What is up, guys? We are back again for another video. Today I got some parts back in the mail. We got our axle back from Drive Shaft Shop. You saw in one of the videos, the axle boot actually ripped a little bit. I'm not sure what was going on with that, but got that all taken care of so we can put it back in the car and finally get the car in a startable position so we can put transmission fluid in it. While they had it, I went ahead and got a ABS ring put on the axle. That way we can try to look at wheel speed off the axle instead of the vehicle speed sensor in the transmission. I think there might be a little bit more resolution on that. So it might be a little better traction control wise. So that's something we'll deal with in the future. Also, another update. We got a new battery. Got a new battery for the car. Super excited about this. This is the old guy. Let me show you guys something real quick. We're gonna skip over to volts. This I've been charging up every week or so. I'll charge it up. So this guy is sitting at 12.37 volts. Okay. Now, I'm gonna switch to this excess power battery, which is brand new, but I haven't put a charger on it, hadn't done anything to it whatsoever, and it is sitting at, hold please, 12.95. Guys, that's crazy. Almost 13 volts, and it hasn't even been charged up in a while. It was sitting out on the front porch at the house here in like 30-degree weather all day. I got home, pulled it out, 12.9. What? That's insane. So hopefully this will juice up the voltage system a little bit, the electrical system on the car, make it run a little crisper. That's the idea anyways. And I'm gonna do a little, I might try to wire the alternator a little differently, try to see if it can work better. It just never seemed like it charged the way it was supposed to. So I've got some angle aluminum and some all thread here. We got to make a new bracket because this battery is bigger and heavier. So hopefully this will still work. I'll probably pull this off, lower it down just a little bit, and add a couple more bolts to hold it on. But yeah, we're gonna work on that today mainly, and probably get the axle back in. Another thing is finally got those slicks mounted on the wheels I was talking about. So we can go ahead and get that all straightened out. Oh, forgot about this guy too. Got a new, I need to bring my feeler gauges from work, but we got a new cam crank pickup bracket that has a little timing belt tensioner on it. Cody Saver Brother Racing, SBR. Shout out to him. I've had this part for a very, very long time. I just have never gotten around to making it fit on the car. Had to notch the cover just a little bit. But to make it work, how the car is currently, I have to extend, I gotta extend these charge wires, and I have to, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. I gotta extend the alternator plug too. So, we're gonna jump in. I know that's a lot. We're gonna jump in and start plugging away probably at this battery, and then we'll throw the axle in. So, see you in a second. All right, guys, I got some Prussian blue put around this hole, that hole, and then where I think this bolt will work. So now I'm gonna try to put this battery tray back up here and see if I can't get it in the position I want it, and do a little transfer. this hole will need to be drilled about right here. This hole will need to be drilled about right here. And then I'll just go in the center of this goop. And then this other one we should be able to freestyle. Alright guys, we got this bolt hole pretty centered. We got this one in and tightened. I think this should work. This one we can just send home. So now I'm going to take my drill bit and start cutting the body. Alright, so we got all 4 of our mounting holes. Let me go ahead and take this off. And we can drill these out to the size of our rib nut. Alright guys, well I got the first rib nut in. The second one I got a little carried away. These are small and tiny, and I stripped my tool. So this may or may not work. That may have to be drilled out and put a new one in. I got this one put in the body, it's just not clamped down. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to order an attachment, and I don't know, I might be able to, well I got enough to hold the bracket up there, put the battery in, and figure out the rest of the bracket. So I'll go ahead and mess with that for a little bit, but definitely gonna have to order a new attachment for the rib nut tool. Yeah, that nice new all thread looks great. So I've got one side pretty much done. I've got it notched. I'll probably trim this back a little more. I still got to trim this side and drill this hole. Just wanted to get this on here to length and see how it looks. I cut a little angle on this bracket right here so this washer would sit a little flusher. That turned out nice. Still plenty of material to grab onto. So yeah, this is coming along really quickly actually, so I should be able to finish this bracket off real quick. I think I'll go ahead and measure and mark where this guy needs to go. So we'll pull it off and do that real quick. Turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It is pretty sturdy for just having two 10mm in it thus far. I went ahead and ordered the other parts that I need. I ordered some taller battery terminals that bolt onto this, so I can just go ahead and reuse my terminals I have. It's just there, and it's easier to do it that way if I ever need to come through this opening right here and try to jump start the battery. It'll be easier to get onto that way. I do want to more than likely do some remote battery posts somewhere in the bay to make it easier to jump start, but that'll be for another time. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna hop on the axle, get it put in, transmission topped off with fluid, the vehicle speed sensor back in it because I have it out because that's how I'm gonna fill it. I can put the throttle body back on, I can put the charge pipe back on, and then I'll jump over to figuring out what I'm going to do with the alternator. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit more in this video, so I'll catch back up with you tomorrow. Alright guys, we are back. Yesterday I was on a roll and I didn't pick the camera up. I apologize, but all of our parts came in.
We got the extended terminals on the battery. I've got everything connected. I drilled a hole in the weight plate and made it, oops, so I can put a zip tie around the bottom of this drain so it is very secure. Axle is in. Catch pan is on. I bought a used wheel speed sensor. I got it halfway mounted. It's not all the way bolted. I still got to put my own connector on it. Probably later this week. That's all on there. I still need to put the wheels and slicks on to double check that it's not gonna interfere with the new battery mount. I've got the transmission filled, the throttle body back on, charge pipe, all that. Everything is on. I got the alternator wiring all finished up too. I just spliced into the old harness to get the ignition for the voltage regulator. There we go. And then the sense wire I put directly back to the positive post. So probably not the best way to do it, but it works. And I got 2 gauge extending that wire and a little connector deal down here that connects the other 2 charge wires together. And I'm running it through the timing belt right here. So later this week I can go ahead and switch this out with my other bracket. So that's all tidied up. I got a bunch of new LED bulbs. I'm putting in everything to lessen the current draw on the car. I actually switched to some LED headlights, so I've gotten those wired up and in there. They were not fun to get in there. I had to like custom tweak and modify the hold down tabs. Preludes have a terrible design of how they clip the headlight bulb in, so had to improvise there. I think they should stay in. We'll see, but that's the plan so far. But yeah, she's pretty much all the way back together for the most part. I still need to trim the hood, switch over that bracket. I need to link up with Rick and get everything calibrated in the ECU. I do think I'm going to add another kill switch, electrical kill switch to the car in the back of the car like you're supposed to have. I technically have one right here next to my window switches. Something easy I can get to, but we need one on the back of the car in case of emergencies. So yeah, I did rip out some extra wiring that was up in here for all the old ABS stuff. I've been meaning to do that. I finally just went ahead and cut it and said screw it. So I got that finished. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've already started it. Runs the same. I mean, so yeah, I guess that's it for this little update. Trying to think of anything else to say. Oh, one other thing I switched that I don't know if I remember telling you guys is I put a different fuel pressure gauge on here. And that's about it, I guess. Got new clips on the shift cables, but that's nothing special. And yeah, I still need to recalibrate a new wideband sensor. Just a couple little things, but pretty excited. I do still need to test fit that bumper and make sure it's gonna clear the battery, because I'm not sure about that. So that's something else. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to put the slicks on, turn the wheel, make sure it doesn't hit that battery, and call it. Let me see here. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Look for another update. We'll probably do some driving in the next video, hopefully, or have the car running or something. So yeah, make sure you give us a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.